So to start with the song, you need to hold this chord. So that is, I am using my index to put that on the 5th fret of the 4th string. Okay, then use your second finger, that is the middle finger, on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and use your ring finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and you are going to strum on this particular 3 strings total 4 times like this. Okay, then you pick the 2 and 2 of the 3rd string and the 4th string together like this. So I am using my middle to pick the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and using my ring finger to pick the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Then you pick 1st fret of the 1st string. Then you do a pull off from 1 to open. Then you do a slide back from 5 to 3 on the 2nd string. Then you pick the 3rd fret again. So again, then again you will play this, that is the 1st fret of the 1st string. Then you do a pull off from 1 to open on the 1st string. Then, and this time, instead of doing the slide, you are going to do a pull off from 5 to 3 on the 2nd string. So okay, so okay, now this time you hold the 3rd fret of the 3rd string and the 5th fret of the 5th string. Pick the both strings together one at a time. Then 2nd fret of the 3rd string and the 3rd fret of the 4th string together. So I am using my index to pick the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and using my ring finger to pick the 3rd fret of the 4th string. So pick the 2 notes one at a time. So till now what you get, let's see from the first. Then you pick the 5th fret of the 5th string. So then pick the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. Then do a pull off from 2 to open on the 3rd string. Then do a pull off from 5 to 3 on the 4th string. Then 5th fret of the 5th string. Okay, so till now what you get, and now so I am using my index finger to pick the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and using my middle finger to pick the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Pick the both strings together. Then 5th fret of the 2nd string. So then again pick the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So then pick the 5th fret of the 2nd string, the 6th fret. So then pick the 6th fret of the 1st string and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string together. So then pick the 6th fret of the 1st string, 5th fret, the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Then pick the 6th fret of the second string, 5th fret of the second string, and the 3rd fret of the second string. So all together. One more time. Now I am playing it more slowly. Again. So exactly this lick you are going to play it twice. So if you notice carefully, what I am doing is I am using the alternative picking like this. And now, so you put the 8th fret of the 4th string and 10th fret of the 1st string together. Then pick 10th fret of the 1st string, 8th fret of the 1st string. So again. Then pick the 6th fret of the 1st string. So then pick the 10th fret of the second string, then the 8th fret of the second string. So again. So what you get? So till now what you get? Then so now you pick the 8th fret of the 1st string and the 5th fret of the second string together. Then pick 8th fret of the 1st string, 6th fret of the 1st string, 5th fret of the 1st string. So then 8th fret of the second string, 6th fret of the second string. So now then so now pick the 5th fret of the 4th string and the 6th fret of the 1st string together. So 2 strings one at a time. Then 6th fret of the 1st string, then 5th fret of the 1st string. So then 8th fret of the second string, 6th fret of the second string, 5th fret of the second string. So then 7th fret of the 3rd string, then 5th fret of the second string, 6th fret of the second string, 8th fret of the second string. So now pick 5th fret of the 1st string, 8th fret of the 1st string, the 5th fret of the 1st string, 6th fret of the 1st string, 8th fret of the 1st string, then the 10th fret of the 1st string. So okay, so let's see from the beginning what we get. Then we start with the verse of the song, and the verse sounds like this. So 3rd fret of the 2nd string and the open of the 4th string, pick the both strings together. Then 2nd fret of the 2nd string, then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So then open of the 1st string. So after open of the 1st string, pick 1st fret of the 1st string. So then open of the 1st string, 1st fret of the 1st string, then 3rd fret of the 1st string. So then pick the 3rd fret of the 5th string and open of the 1st string together. So first fret of the 1st string, 3rd fret of the 1st string 2 times. So now pick the 3rd fret of the 5th string, open of the 3rd string and the 1st fret of the 1st string, 3 strings one at a time. So then pick 3rd fret of the 1st string, 1st fret of the 1st string. So then open of the 1st string, then 3rd fret of the 2nd string, then 3rd fret of the 5th string and open of the 1st string together. So this part, what you're going to do next is exactly the same. You're going to repeat it twice. So after repeating, let's see what we get. Then this is the percussive part. So for this shape, what you're going to do is you put a slide bar over the first 4 strings and with the help of your ring finger you put that. This is the 7th fret of the 4th string. So you get a bar position like this. Okay, now you pick the open of the 5th string, then the 4th string, that is the 7th fret of the 4th string that you are holding with the help of your ring finger. Okay, then you pick the 1st string and the 2nd string. So you pick the 1st string and the 2nd string together. So like this. Then so what you're going to do next is you are going to do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be mainly on the 1st string and the 2nd string where you're holding the 5th fret. Okay, like this. Practice it for a few times and you will get it. And with the help of your pinky you pick the 8th fret of the 2nd string, the 6th fret with the help of your middle finger, and then pick 5th fret. So Okay. So what you're going to do next, exactly the same, you are going to repeat it again. So what you get? So 3 and 3 of the first string and the fifth string together, like this. So I'm using my ring finger to pick the third fret of the fifth string and using my pinky to pick the third fret of the first string. Then pick the first fret of the first string, then third fret of the second string. So then pick open of the first string and the third fret of the fifth string together. So then hold the C major chord and then strum. So how to hold the C major chord? The diagram is given, or you can see my finger positions. So I'm using my index to pick the first fret of the second string, using my middle to pick the second fret of the fourth string, and using my ring finger to pick the third fret of the fifth string. So this is the C major chord. And now what you're going to do is you're going to strum using the strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern is down, up, up, down, up, down. So down, up, up, down, up, down. So down, up, up, down, up, down. Okay. So okay, you get it? So let's see the entire thing from the first, what we have learned so far. Let's start from the starting of the verse. Okay, then again you are going to repeat this part. So after playing this, then you are going to hold the C major chord, and now you are going to change the strumming pattern from down, up, up, down, up, down to down, up, down, up, down. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, like this. Down, up, down, up, down. So then so 8th fret of the first string, then 6th fret of the second string. So then you are going to do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings, and you are going to slap on the second string where you are holding the 6th fret. So like this. Then pick the 6th fret of the second string. Then pick the 6th fret of the second string and the 7th fret of the fourth string together. So now again you are going to slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on the 6th fret. Okay. Okay. Then now you're going to hold the 10th fret of the first string, then 8th fret of the second string, then do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on the second string where you're holding the 8th fret with the help of your index finger. So then pick the 8th fret again. So now you hold this chord, that is the 8th fret on the second string with the help of your index, then the 9th fret on the third string with the help of your middle, and pick the 10th fret of the fourth string with the help of your ring finger. So this is the chord you get. So and again you are going to slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on this chord, on these 3 strings present, the second string, the third string and the fourth string, like this. So till now what you get? So here you complete the verse of the song. Now let's skip to the chorus of the song. So with the help of your index finger you pick the first fret of the top string, and with the help of your ring finger you pick the third fret of the fourth string together. The help of your ring finger you pick the third fret of the fourth string. Okay, then pick second fret of the fourth string, again third fret of the fourth string. So again, then pick open of the fifth string, sorry, the open of the third string. So okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be mainly on the this upper 3 strings, mainly on the fourth string. Okay, try to hit the fourth string. So exactly this part you are going to repeat twice. So okay, then third fret of the fourth string twice, then second fret of the third string, then pick first fret of the second string and the third fret of the fifth string together. So then again you are going to hold the C major chord and then strum down, up, up, down, up, down. So then the next part, this is exactly the same. Then here is a change. Instead of doing this, you are going to do this. So third fret of the fourth string 2 times, second fret of the third string, then third fret of the second string and the fifth string together. So then holding this position, that is the second fret of the third string, then third fret of the fifth string and the third fret of the second string, you are going to strum down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so you get again and the next part. So like this, hold the top fret with the help of your thumb, the top fret of the top string with the help of your thumb, and along with that you are going to do a pull off from 1 to open on the first string with the help of your index finger. So like this. Okay, 2 strings played at a time. Then again you do a pull up from 1 to open. So like this. Then again you are going to do a pull up from 1 to open, and along with that you are going to do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be mainly on the first string, okay, where you are doing the pull off. So like this. Then you do a pull off from 3 to first fret of the second string. Then you hold the C major chord. So the first fret of the second string, the second fret of the fourth string, and the third fret of the fifth string. Pick the three strings one at a time. So now you are going to do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on this C major chord, okay, like this. So okay. So to play this, you pick the third fret of the fifth string, the third fret of the second string, and the second fret of the third string together, okay. So like this. So then pick first fret of the second string, then second fret of the third string. So then you do a pull up from 2 to open on the third string, and along with that you are going to do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on the third string where you are doing the pull off from 2 to open. So like this. So open of the third string, third fret of the fourth string. So hold the first fret of the second string and the third fret of the fifth string together. So and again you are going to do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on this three strings. So when you are holding the C major chord, you are going to strum. You can strum all these strings, okay. Actually you are strumming the chord, that is the C major chord, like this. Okay, so what you get, let's see from the first. Then we return to the verse of the song. So exactly the same thing as you can see, but only one thing is that we are adding percussion on it. So the third fret of the second string and the open of the fourth string together, the second fret of the second string, the third fret of the second string. So open of the first string. So then pick the first fret of the first string, and along with that you are going to do a slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on the first fret of the first string. So like this. So okay. Then open on the first string, then first fret of the first string. So okay. Then pick the third fret of the first string. So then you pick the third fret of the fifth string and open of the first string together. So then first fret of the first string, third fret of the first string 2 times. So first fret of the first string and the third fret of the fifth string together, then third fret of the first string. So then first fret of the first string. So then open of the first string. So then what you're going to do is you're going to slap and strum. So slap on the upper strings and strum should be on the open of the first string. So like this. Then pick the third fret of the second string, then third fret of the fifth string and open of the first string together. So okay. So what you get?